So as I touched on earlier, it's not uncommon for factories to be a little bit sneaky. And I hate to say that because there are some really nice and really genuine factories who have got your best interests at heart. But I wouldn't be doing my job as kind of your educator if I didn't warn you about this. So, and this doesn't just go for factories making the product, it can go for any kind of trim suppliers, fabric suppliers, anybody you're doing business with, essentially. So it's really, really important to make sure that when you're talking about price and when you're getting invoices and things, that it's super detailed with what is going to be included in that price. So common ones that I've seen where it can actually be very expensive for the customer is where they add on admin fees or banking fees or processing fees or something just very vague like that, where it doesn't really explain what it is. Excuse me. And I've seen people add on 5% surcharges for that. And you might think 5% is not that much, but for one, if you can avoid it, why spend it? But also I've seen people, who have got big orders, they're at that growth stage and they've just been paying it the whole time, not realizing that they could get out of it. And it's resulted in thousands and thousands of dollars that they've paid too much just because they kind of didn't say, oh, what's this on the invoice? On the flip side of things as well, you want to make sure that they've included everything that you need. So sometimes, like I said earlier, they might not include like packing the stuff in a box, which sounds really basic and like it wouldn't be a big deal. But if they've made all your stuff and you've got your delivery all planned and ready, and then nobody has been allocated or put in charge of putting the products in a box, they can charge whatever they want because you'll get to that point, your delivery window is there, and you're going to have to get somebody to do it, particularly if you're working overseas. So little things like that, those tiny little omissions, if they're forgotten about, can actually cause you quite big problems later because you'll be in more of a desperate situation as things go on. And also when you're working with factories who do everything included, so you can kind of get these all included is the best word for it. FOB is actually the technical term for it usually, but all-inclusive sounds a lot easier. They'll often say that they'll include things like packaging, like labels, but often they're kind of a standard style. So if you have something custom that you want, or if you have specific requirements, it's definitely a good idea to chat to them about specifically what they're including. If it just says something generic like labels, you're not always sure what quality they're going to be and whether they align with what you want. So do check all these little details.